Salamtana, Ena is Talin. You're listening to the voice of Ethiopia. Ethiopia Dims Radio.
እስራኤል ከግብፅ የያዕቆብም ቤት ከእንግዳ ሕዝብ በወጣ ጊዜ ይሁዳ መቅደሱ እስራኤልም ግዛቱ ሆነ። ባሕር ሸሸችም፣ ዮርዳኖስም ወደ ኋላዋ ተመለሰ። ተራሮች እንደ ኮርማዎች፣ ኮረብቶችም እንደ ጠቦቶች ዘለሉ። አንቺ ባሕር የሸሸሽ አንቺም ዮርዳኖስ ወደ ኋላሽ የተመለሰሽ ምን ሆናችኋል? እናንተማ ተራሮች እንደ ኮርማዎች፣ ኮረብቶችሽ እንደ ጠቦቶች ለምን አዘላችሁ? ከያዕቆብ አምላክ ፊት ከጌታ ፊት ምድር ተናወጠች። ድንጋዩን ወደ ውሃ መቆሚያ ጭንጫውንም ወደ ውሃ ምንጭ ከለወጠ። From the book of Psalms 114. And it reads, when Israel went out of Gibeon, out of Egypt, the house of Jacob, from a people of strange language, says, from a strange people. Yehuda was his Mekdes, his holy place, the praises of Yah, his holy place, and Israel, his dominion. The sea, she saw it and fled. Jordanos was driven back. The mountains skipped like rams, and the little hills like lambs. What ailed thee, O thou sea, that thou fleddest, thou Jordanos, that thou was driven back? Ye mountains, that ye skipped like rams, and ye little hills like lambs. Tremble, thou earth, at the presence of Geta, of Adonai, at the presence of the source of Jacob, the God of Jacob, which turned the rock into a standing water, the flint into a fountain of waters. Amen. Now we wanted to continue our reasoning on Hebron, on what we need to do in this transitional time that we're in right now, to prepare for 2007, to prepare for the Ethiopian millennium. Because there's a lot of hype out there, there's a lot of people who are saying a lot of things pertaining to it, but what is the real scriptural direction and advice that Negus Neges gives us in his Christ? Well, Negus Neges has never left you. He's never left you as Ethiopiawian, Hebrawian, as Ethiopian Hebrews without guidance. As far back, as they say, as the beginning, the Majesty of time, of the Zemanat, humanity has been given commandment and commandments to live by, to adhere to obey. Negligent, however, on the other hand, due to constant transgressing, Negus Neges, he saw fit to establish a dwelling place for the Tzadikan to gather, to come together, to ingather, to tabernacle, to dwell in order to distinguish and identify them from the transgressors. Now, Zare, today, this place is known as the Tabernacle of Le'ul, the Most High. Yeah, Yehuda, Mo'an Besa Mahibir, the Lion of Judah, the LOJ Society, based on the rock, the Rastafari Order of the Church of Christos, the true Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, those who recognize the divine heritage, you understand, and live according to it. You understand those principles of our ancient Ethiopian culture. You understand Tawahido, the Rit-It Haimanot, the Metaf Kedus, the Lisana Negusa Neges, the true Sendek Alama. These are just some of our foundational, you understand, our foundational keys. This is how you would know them. You understand? It is part of the Tinbit, the prophecy, that the Ulnet, the truth, will reside in the Western Hemisphere, would shine even to the West. You understand? As a light, as a guidance to the Western Hemisphere, with a particular group of people. You understand? Who will be named Ethiopian Hebrew, who recognize their identity as Ethiopiawian Hebrawian, as Ethiopian Hebrew, which is the LOJ Society, the true Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, those who recognize the light that shined from the east to the west, you understand, in the King of Kings. You understand? In his covenant, the restoration of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So many ones always ask, you understand, oftentimes, why do they have to live in a community? Why do we have to live in a community? Why do we have to live in a mahibir? Why? Now, although most people really don't want to accept this, it's the truth. It's the truth of the scriptures, it's the truth of the word. We're in Revelation, Johannes Arai, Revelation chapter 11. You understand? We're speaking about the spiritual bankruptcy of certain ones and ones. You understand? Those who are on the outer court. But how we now have to ingather in the inner court. Because in our society, in our mahbir, in the true Hebron, you understand? The true Hebrew principles of Hebron. You understand? The true foundation of Negus Dawit. You understand? Reestablishing, rebuilding the foundations which were torn down. You understand? Within our society, it's not about moving up. It's about moving in. You understand? It's about coming into the center, to the heart. You understand? To the root. You understand? Not about moving up. So you have to understand how our true roots and culture, how it operates, how our society, according to the revelation, according to the testimony, you understand, of Jesus Christos, according to the commandment of Negus Neges, of Exhiabihir, of Yahweh, Lotusubhat, of Yahweh. You understand? Of the Lord, if you please. What these commandments really are and how to build, you understand, the Tawahido, the Rit-It Haimanot. You understand? How that is built on the communal living. You understand? Some call it the Christian communal democratic so-called living. Some say it's not democratic, it's theocratic. You understand? Well, truly, it is the foundation that Scripture shows us. And we're now in the book of Revelation, so I want everyone to, get Revelation chapter 11, and let's begin there now. What we previously covered in Revelation, and you would have to go into part 1 of this teaching. You understand? Get part 1 of this teaching. But for those who are just listening right now and have come in at this part of the teaching, we've already discussed the overview of chapter 11. And we've touched on chapter 1. We're still in chapter 1. And we're overstanding the foundations of what the Mekdes, the holy place is, the tabernacle dwelling place. You understand? That we have to establish, that we were commanded to establish. You understand? In this time. And we were speaking about how the tabernacle was considered, and it's to be considered as the tent, the dinquan, you understand, of Negus Neges, of the King of Kings, as that portal